It's Jesse's turn.
It is my turn. So these are my ghost stories based from my experiences growing up. Let's get started. I was about 5. We bought this big giant blue house. It's green now. The first thing that my sister and I did was we ran upstairs. There were no lights. It was daytime, so the light was coming in from the windows. But the only thing that was up there was a single toy chest. It was covered in dust. It was covered in cobwebs.
Did you open it?
We opened it. Yeah.
I can't believe you opened it. Like, that's literally the start of every single horror movie.
We opened that thing right up. And it was full of toys. There were like these really creepy old toys. Not clown dolls, but they kind of like were like those little raggedy dolls. My sister and I lived on the first floor. My sister was asleep on the floor next to me. I looked to the kitchen and what I saw was a woman who was completely shadowed pass really slowly by the door.
It was hovering.
I wonder if she was hovering. Ooh. So she was wearing a dress and she had an umbrella. And the kitchen had a door. I got up to go explore because I thought there was a lady in our house and no one's there. And the back door is still locked. My grandma's house is haunted. She does not believe me. No one believes me, but I know it.
I believe you.
Yeah, you believe me. My sister knew it.
Fortunately, I'm the one who has to sleep beside him.
And my cousin Sarah actually confirmed it. There was always this eerie feeling, especially on the second floor and in the hallway in the first floor. We had to sleep upstairs and there were 2 rooms. There was the puke room because the carpet was like an olive green. And then there was the southwest room because everything was painted orange and brown. And there were a bunch of like clown dolls and stuffed animals that were all like piled up high. Well, fast forward to my sister going there when she was about 20. She said that she got freaked out by all the stuffed animals, so she turned them around. And when she woke up the next morning, they were all looking at her.
I'm leaving you now. Yes, I'm scared.
Steffi slept right in front of the door, and the door didn't have a handle, so you couldn't close the door. And so she would always look down the hall towards the puke room, and she swore that there was always a white creature just staring at her from the puke room. She didn't tell me this until after I told her that one night my cousin Sarah had come over and she asked me to sleep over in the puke room with her. So I slept in the puke room and that night I looked up at the ceiling and there was a white face staring down at me. And I blinked and I thought, no, it's just because we just turned off the lights. It stayed there and it stared until I finally was like, nope.
The trusty old cover yourself with the blanket.
Yeah, until the Grudge ruined that for me.
Was there like no door? Like,
no, there was a door. You just couldn't close it.
You didn't have anything you could prop up against the door to close it?
I'm sure we could have.
I always prop things up behind the door if I get scared. I'm like, you're not getting past this laundry basket.
So then, one day I just went down the hallway on the first floor. Inside of my grandma's room was no less than 7 crosses and 3 pictures of Jesus Christ. Now, I have a very strict policy about crosses or religious, like, things, and it's that there are to be no more than 3 per room. So my belief is that it kind of falls into the brighter you shine, the greater your shadow. So the more you show off, the more you are like, this is a house of God, the more demonic activity you attract. And they're just like, ooh, I want to mess with that. That looks fun. 3 pictures of Jesus, and I was waiting for him to start bleeding out of his eyeballs.
God.
He never did. So that's my grandma's house.
I'm gonna destroy that camera.
Fast forward to 7th grade, I'm sleeping in my room. My sister had this obnoxious stereo. It was huge, and it was right in front of her door, and it would emit this blue light. One night, I was just sitting there, and I was like, I should just go unplug it. And I look up, and I see 3 shadows just right in front of it, into the wall. I turned around. I was like, nope.
I don't know what other choice you had, quite honestly.
Yeah, so I turned around to face the wall and I was like, what the hell did I just see? Well, then I was like, okay, I clearly made that up. So I turned back around.
Oh no, you never turn back around. You don't. They're always just sitting there waiting.
They were sitting there waiting. 3 shadows standing at the head of my bed. And they're darker than darkness. And they each have like these bright, piercing red eyes. These things are huge. They were just hovering. And I remember having this distinct feeling of I'm communicating with this thing, but no words are being spoken. And I remember having like some sort of agreement with them, but I couldn't remember what the details of this agreement were. The next night, I'm going down to the basement.
Oh no, not the basement.
I get that creepy feeling going up the stairs. There's always that creepy feeling, because I also have a belief that all bad energy has to go somewhere that is dormant in your house, and where it is usually dormant in your house, but the basement.
In the attic.
In the attic. And that's why bad energy always goes to where you have less amounts of people moving and moving energy. I get that creepy feeling. Normally I run. This time I'm like, let me just turn around.
Don't turn around.
I turned around and there was this bony ass old man hanging from the ceiling, hovering above the stairs. And he's looking at me.
You sound like Ned.
Oh my god. And I just took off. The next night,
Oh my god.
I went to bed. I felt something in the bed with me. So I kind of like peeked. There's a fucking skeleton in my bed. I'm not kidding.
No.
I'm not kidding. Like, it was another old thing. I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but it had like really, like the skin was tight on its face. And I just remember distinctly seeing this. And then I was like, in the name of God, leave me alone. In the name of God, leave me alone. In the name of God, leave me alone. And I just kept saying that over and over. I fell asleep saying that over and over. I told my dad, and he called me insane. He was like, you're crazy. You're just a kid. You're watching too much anime. So then I'm talking to my grandma on my dad's side, and I like casually mention it. And she said, oh, I see them too. I see the shadow beings. They wander the earth and they observe things. If you want better protection against it, say in the name of Jesus, leave me alone. Because everyone has their own gods. And that was the moment I realized that my grandma believed in other gods. And that was interesting to me because she was married to a pastor. Well, I did not pray to Jesus because apparently God worked, because I've never seen anything since. My dad apologized to me years later because when my grandma was on her deathbed, he and his sister Chrissy were visiting, and he said he could see these shadow beings just whoosh, whoosh in the walls. And he was like,
they were everywhere. I could literally see them. I know what you're talking about now. And Chrissy said that she could see them too, and she's always been able to see them. And so I'm sorry for not believing you.
Wow.
I know! That was a really good affirmation moment for me. At the same time, I'm kind of pissy now. Because if I was able to see things and interact with things before, and now I'm paying mediums like hundreds of dollars to be able to get like a one-word answer out of my sister, why did I give that up? In the name of God, can I have that back, please? But without the creepy skeletons. Ugh. Alright guys, well now I've shared with you my ghost stories. So let me know in the comments down below, what experiences have you had? I want full-blown stories because this stuff is so interesting to me. As always, stay safe, stay happy, most importantly stay you. We will see you guys again next time, and until then we hope you have a magically spooky day. Bye!
Bye.